Hi, it's Dr. Alison JK here, Q&A with Dr. A. Today's topic wants to be, how do I work with my resistance? So yeah, that could come up at any time when you're facing the new, when you're facing the unknown, when you know what resistance is. So one of the ways is, if you're having even difficulty recognizing that you're in resistance, if you know that you hear yourself saying to everybody you love and care about that you want A, and then you see your choices and behaviors and time spent choosing Z, everything that's not A, or you're not going towards A, you can know that there's resistance there. And it's another thing that's coming up right now to give is that if you're focusing on the external stuff only, and you're looking at what causes outside of me are blocking me from having this, that's not the most functional way, and that's projecting resistance out onto the external world. Not to say that everything that happens is your responsibility and is due to something you're believing or thinking. As I've said before, I am one of the few, actually the only one I know of in the metaphysical world or spiritual community or New Age community, which I'd never like to use New Age, but nonetheless, saying that there are random things. There's such things as karma. I see it as about 10%. It's happened particularly living in Taiwan for the 10 years that I did over in Asia, studying subtle energy and karma, and spending tens of thousands of dollars, frankly, getting trained in how to clear karma. So there are things that happen that it's just time for them to happen. And you can't go in and say, what have I done to create this manifestation that's a miscreation? Or why would I have created this? So why is this happening to me even, right? So when there is resistance to change and to you doing whatever that thing is that your heart wants you to do, you hear the nagging, like, do that, choose that, and you're not, or even when there's like lethargicness and heaviness and density towards something, or this tightness, contraction, restriction, that's also a sign of the resistance embodied. Then one of the ways is to ask, what are you resisting here? Obvious, but then you could also, when you are out in nature, or when you have some quiet time, or it's a more expansive moment, you're in the bath, you're in the shower, a lot of people do their work in there, or in meditation even, or out watching a beautiful sunset, when you're relaxed and you're not pressed for time and task oriented, you can ask, what are you afraid of here? Or what do you think this thing is? So you're working with your mind's conclusions, but you're coming in from a perspective of wanting to understand what's behind the thoughts you actually hear. Because the thoughts that you hear, that's only, like, the estimates are around, and this is generous, 15% of where we're making our daily choices from is the conscious mind, meaning that you're only hearing 15% of the thoughts, consciously hearing them, that cause you to choose what you choose and not choose what you don't choose. The rest of it is all at the subconscious and unconscious level, and that's where I spend so much of my time clearing out blocks for folks, particularly when working with me in an ongoing manner, like Magic Manifestation and Money Flow, my signature program is. So ask further, is this even true? Once you find out what the mind is claiming something is, so you're acknowledging the resistance. That's the first step. Okay, I hear you. And then you're, after asking, what is this? Okay, I hear you. And then, is this even true? And then not waiting for an answer. Like, don't expect your mind, after just pumping out a conclusion that it has, and then asking it, is it true, for your mind to give you a conscious answer that you'll hear in your thoughts. You won't. It's not like you're looking for an answer. You're actually just hooking in a redirect neurologically to create a new neurological pathway. And that redirect eventually will create new physiology that then also is correlated with new choices that lead to new behaviors. So it all starts with a redirect. So what is this? Resistance? Okay, is that even true? Third step, now it's more active redirect. How does it get any better than this? Fourth step, okay, what else is possible? So when you start with the questions, as I said, it's more active redirect, but by the time you get to the fourth question, you're inviting the universe, so you're going beyond your chakra column, and hopefully your chakras are open and emanating out the vital life force energy or the chi, so your field is strong. And so it's strongly calling to the collective field or the Tao all around us, the field of unlimited possibilities. And you're asking the universe to show you, how does it get any better than this? What else is possible? And so then the response from the universe will come in some kind of synchronicity within like the next 24, 48 hours, or some kind of conscious awareness, maybe in 5 minutes, maybe the next morning, maybe that night as you're drifting off to sleep. You're cueing your consciousness to bring something forward to your conscious mind. Yeah? So all of the clearings and activations that I do have the sense of shifting someone out of that lockdown where there's unconscious and subconsciousness just blocking the energy from flowing in less conscious awareness, to then bring something up to conscious awareness. And when the energy is blocked down at the subconscious and unconscious level, you're less able to emanate out. Your chakras are not flowing the vital life force energies, so they're closed down, and they're meant to have vortices in front of them. When you have your system much more purified, your consciousness, your ego mind, and much more cleared, so the blocks are no longer there, so the chakras, the wheels that they are, which is what chakra means, are turning vital life force energy, and then the positive aspects are activated. Then it's a vortex, and these vortexes are 7 along our chakra column, the spinal column, and the front of our body, then are emanating out and create the overall field. And you want to be working with the field of unlimited possibilities, and that's when you start to reach out to the field of unlimited possibilities. And that will bring in, when you work with it at that higher vibratory, aligned, activated state, it will bring in the collaboration, the co-creation. That's where co-creation comes from. But expecting, when you should get a clearing, for it to immediately change right in front of you. I know most of you don't have that expectation, but understanding that you'll have an awareness, or you'll recognize, like I remember one time I did a clearing on myself, and I was putting a key in my front door, and it was that night or the day after. And I was like, oh my God, that's a new thought. And so you'll have that. You'll have like new thoughts and new awarenesses that will then gradually, and I don't mean slowly, especially if you're working with me within like magic, manifestation, and money flow, new choices. And as you make new choices from that new thought, new behavior tracks start. So that's the redirect, furthering the path with all the other changes I talked about. So that eventually, as you change internally and what you emanate out, then the external responds, right? With bringing in the match magnetically, or the law of attraction. But also when you ask the questions, it creates that vacuum so that the universe can come in and fill. And so either it's going to, after the clearings and activations, it's either going to show up as a new awareness or a new thought that then can lead to, okay, now wow, make a different choice, leads to a different outcome, different behavior, new pathway, repeated. So then new pathway. Yeah. And then also what happens is synchronicities to help you. All of life is happening for you, not to you, right? All of life is happening for us, not to us. So then the synchronicities come in once you involve the universe in the field of greater possibilities, or unlimited possibilities, to come in and bring in synchronicities that help things come together. Like if you have a resistance to stepping out and starting that new revenue stream, that new business, and it's I'm afraid of being seen and judged if I'm out there more. You find out that's what the resistance is, and then let's say I clear that, then what's going to happen is either you're going to have some kind of synchronicity come in all of a sudden for you to speak and get out there more and get your business launched out there more, or you'll have a new customer who's asking about what you do and they want exactly what it is you do. So there's those two outcomes when you work with your own resistance, particularly within the context of my signature program, Magic Manifestation and Money Flow, actively going for not just changes internally, but actual rooted behavioral life changes in your life that you can measure, look outside and see. So the universe wants to co-create with you, but you have to get on board with it. And the first step is learning to work with your resistance. Okay. Namaste. Many blessings. Bye.